able to finish those plays on the defensive glass. That's what would have frustrated CJ Bruton, but a good, solid start in this one.
So timeout called by Dean Vickerman. 4:42 to play in the opening quarter at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. We're going to jump into the Melbourne United.
And settling for easy shots. They've only taken the 2. They've had 9 field goal attempts and they've only taken the 2. And just watching it, I thought the attack on the rim was noticeable. They are in early transition really trying to get there. So just goes to show the points of emphasis where, from where I'm seeing, they're doing exactly what Dean Vickerman is talking about, but he wants to further enhance and make sure and reinforce the desire of getting into the paint.
Sotto makes the first.
Wait.
Goes 2 from 2. They've scored the last 4 points in the game. Still to come this afternoon. Sydney and Perth up next at Kudos Bank Arena. Perth are another team that are playing beautiful basketball at the moment. That's a nice finish, Luala Chul.
That's the kind of touch Dean Vickerman was talking about in the timeout. The double drags, the 2 ball screens there in the semi-transition, and then they just let the play unfold. Find Luala Chul down low.
Sotto back out for McCarron. Quickly back into Ely, running the point for Melbourne. Really did well to control it in the end. Shot clock in the single figures. Dellavedova has Peatling open for 3. Sotto throws that in the front row.
It was a perfect look. He had the guy pinned. DJ had the guy pinned. And that's just poor execution. Bad. Right idea, the exact right look, just missed him by a metre.
Ariel Hook-Porty checking into the game as well. 2 of the brightest young international talents out there right now in Hook Court.
Both with big aspirations. A couple of big lefty prospects, and who have been coming along quite well over the course of the season. Sotto's certainly in these last 4 games, but you've got to like Hook-Porty's development we've seen so far as well.
Both 19 years of age. Hannah's trying to get downhill. Hook-Porty came over the top and monstered him.
He swallowed that up.
Newley throws it away. Dean. CJ Bruton goes to the bench late in the opening quarter. Golding. Yet to make a fit.
I thought he started well. Yeah, to begin the year, and just gone away a little bit in recent times about what works for him, which is he's got to get after it. He's got to make a presence of himself on the glass, get some deflections, be a real lockdown guy on D, and then his opportunities will come on offense.
Nice take.
Got wide. Playing out of wide. Let's go wide. You setting it? Yeah. You set the down screen. Touch action. Get out. Play into that drag screen. Space hold. Try and get 2 feet in the paint. Roll quickly, Kai. You're on the rim. And if you don't get it, it's a throwback to drive it again. Here we go. Lock up on D.
And the gap along the baseline.
22 points on 9 of 21 on Friday. Dusty Hannahs, that's clinical from Melbourne.
Well, Dusty just went to sleep. He was on the weak side there, and as we saw it...
5-second differential between game and shot clock. Sotto picked up an awkward ball and flashed to the basket. Draws a foul.
It's been tough for Adelaide these last couple of minutes of the quarter. McCarron out, Daniel Johnson out, Cam Bairstow, Sunday Detch, and the second unit finding things tough. Melbourne, as you say, Drew, churning things up defensively and just gaining control of the game a bit.
Yeah, it is, and I think that normally when you're going through these spells, you want to see this ball move side to side and swing the ball around and then get into some downhill action, which is common practice. But Melbourne are up and in the lanes. They're making it hard even to make the simple sideline pass or pass back to the middle, and they're having all sorts of difficulty coming out and not staying on their feet. Dean Vickerman would rather a contested 3 than having the attack on the rim.
Dellavedova beat the full court press. It's his own rebound. There's a mismatch here, guarded by Sotto, that he might like the look of. Sotto was good enough to stay in front and stay with it. White travels. It's Adelaide who are dialing up the defensive pressure.
Really well defended by the big fella. Tried to force Daly one way. In fact, he got the other way. Here you see, he lines him up, says, you know what, I'm forcing him to the help. Here, I changed his footwork. I'm going to force him to the middle. Got beat baseline. Moved his feet, though. Got his hands on it. And, again, just enough to force the turnover.
Sure.
Johnson backs in on Barlow. Going to shoot that fade away. That's short. Sotto kept it alive, but to the advantage of Melbourne, who have got the extra number up ahead. 36ers play through Johnson. One jumps out. Offensive rebound, Withers. Great pass to Sotto. Does a lap of the rim and falls out.
The box, and he got that little step back and he made one. They've gone to him the last 2 times and they've really been poor shot selection.
White posting up on Detch. There's McCarron. Fires away.
He's not going to get beat. Know where you're going to get beat. So I'm going to overplay, take something away and do my best to slot injury issue.
He doesn't have a lot of run in the legs in recent times. There, Stowe. Barely played last season, of course, for Illawarra. And he's come into the starting lineup playing really well and just finding it a bit tough today.
Sotto at the top of the key. No. That's not a good pass.
That's the second time we've seen that from Sotto. DJ has the seal down low. You got to give it to him. He doesn't want to release that seal.
And that's one of his great advantages. With that size, if he can, it's very hard to pressure that pass. He brings it up, just got to find the target, the one come up with it. Wanted it a little bit more.
And there's that length once more, blocks the shot. And Withers is fouled while shooting the 3 ball. He goes to the free throw line to shoot 3.
And Drew, you talk about wanting it more. This is the block shot from Joe Luala.
Jack, Caleb Agata's had 2 slow games here in Adelaide. Just 6 points when they played here last Saturday night. Hasn't scored since quarter time in this game, but then again, neither has Chris Golding. They certainly just need someone to come up with the goods from deep. They had a board
today, 6% from the arc, Melbourne United. White, playing a lone hand this afternoon, has 11 points to go with 5 rebounds.
He's leading the charge in terms of lifting that energy, getting on the offensive glass, getting out in pressure, making things happen.
Sotto fires away for 3. The issue. Luala has White.
Oh,
Sotto lost him defensively. It's 4 points in the game, and Melbourne have got it back to a 6-point deficit.
Soto just caught between watching the ball. He was retreating. And here is White, just the energy. Great pass on the outlet, just used his strength to rise up. Easy one. And down low, you see Sotto in no man. He's sort of there, no ball pressure, no hand pressure. And a simple pass to a cutting Jack White finishes off with a 2-hand dunk.
Playing at half-time, Drewy, one of your favourites.
Dude, Frankston girl.
Offensive foul on Sotto.
Good game. They got through the set that CJ was talking about and got to the action. And just a moving foul there by Sotto.
And for Sotto!
Yes, sir! Oh, beautiful finish from Sotto. McCarron just held it back an extra moment. The pass wasn't exactly on the spot.
It was a rubbish pass. It was
Sotto made it work.
Made it look good by Sotto. Sotto looking like he's running in mud a little bit as well. He's fatigued. So we got to push through.
Bairstow into the paint, over the top of White.
He's got his wind about him. Cam Bairstow checking back in. Roll the ball into the big fella, and he continues to tick it over. He's in the double digits now with 11.
36ers lead by 8. Dellavedova forces Withers into a foul.
Here's the pass. It was well short and low, and Sotto just with the creativity extra point value, hoping. Here's the pass. It was well short and low, and Sotto just with the creativity extra point value. Hoping
on the offensive glass, had one arm held, tipped it back in with the other.
and quite enjoying his own work, as he should. Got a little lucky, but put the paw up. The hand goes up. He's just going up there and is able to guide it in. And no substitute for size. And the big fella just gets in front of the basket, gets his hands up in the right position. It's a nice bounce and tidies up the Hannah's miss.
Down the other end, Drury, Melbourne doing what you were talking about before. Chris Golding checks in, they run some action for him. Straight away, get the switch, get Detch off him. Hannah's as the defender, and then throw in another pick. He's now 0 of 4 from long range.
DJ! Illy into the corner for Newley.
Here we go.
Adelaide take control. Shot clock switched off. Sotto found Hannah's cut. Johnson saw Sotto. Had to fire with the right hand.
Play high-low action that they get through, get a good shot.
Hook Porting. Guarded by Sotto. Couldn't finish. Melbourne knock it out of bounds. Adelaide get it back.
So two of the informed bigs in the league. Besto's got 16 and 12 in his own right. But Joe Luala-Chul has just got...
Minutes, big results, Dusty.
Rebound Sotto. Now Melbourne have got a problem. Loose ball, Dellavedova scraps after it. Wins it back for Melbourne. Luala-Chul into Sotto, who was called for a block.
Loose turnover there from McCarron, just keeping the...
Yes, white ball.
Second side cross, Alpha.
Points on 3 of 6, has had 3 rebounds as well, and he's looked a little stronger on the floor this afternoon.
He is. He's a very skilled big man. You can see he can get up down the floor, carries his hands high, uses his length, and then it's an area where he needs to do better on the boards. Got his size, and you see if he can get his hands up, he can tip it in. But as this season's rolled on, started it, missed a lot of games with injury. This is the pass. It was well short and low, and Sotto, just with the creativity extra point value, hoping